How to help your pet shed COVID weight. Pets across the country are packing on more pounds than is healthy, something that has been easier to do since the pandemic began. A recent survey by dog technology company Fi, conducted in collaboration with Pumpkin Pet Insurance, found that 36% of the 1,000 dog owners surveyed said their canines had gained weight during the pandemic, despite getting more exercise than normal. More than 40% of owners admitted giving their pets extra treats or table scraps. The new findings continue a trend that was already underway, according to the latest figures available from the Association for Pet Obesity Prevention. In 2018, an estimated 60% of cats and 56% of dogs in the United States were overweight or obese, the association found. Obesity, in fact, is the #1 health threat pets face because it affects nearly every biological system in their bodies. It can lead to diabetes, arthritis, high blood pressure, kidney failure, cancer, and other conditions. What I see is the end of the spectrum that people don't like to talk about and hopefully never have to see, says internationally recognized veterinarian Ernie Ward, founder of the association and author of 3 books, including Chow Hounds: Why Our Dogs Are Getting Fatter. With owners like Howard working from home during the pandemic, people had more opportunities to share snacks with their furry friends. I have a lot of critics who say this isn't a real problem, says Ward, 54, based in Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina. But obesity isn't a problem until it's a catastrophe. There's very little in between. And I see this constantly. That's the frustrating part for me. Monitoring food intake is the greatest action to begin when trying to help your pet lose weight, says Emily McCann, an associate veterinarian at Firehouse Animal Health Center in Kyle, Texas. In addition to using a measuring cup at feeding time, McCann, who sees her fair share of obesity-related issues, including endocrine disorders, ligament tears and urinary tract problems, suggests increasing exercise through longer walks and extra playtime, and trading out high-calorie treats for healthier options such as carrots and green beans. The vast majority of problem cases can be traced back to a lack of portion control. Ward says one study found that giving 10 extra kibbles per day to dogs and cats weighing less than 22 pounds resulted in a 1-pound weight gain over the course of a year. At the same time, the feeding directions on pet food packaging, it's often based on the pet's weight in kilograms, can be confusing to the average consumer, notes Debbie Phillips Donaldson, editor-in-chief of pet food industry at Trade magazine. What does that mean in terms of a cup, she asks. It just takes too much work. An effort has been underway for years to modernize pet food labels and make it easier for consumers to understand the feeding directions. For example, by displaying the directions more prominently instead of burying them on the side of the package, or by designing them to more closely resemble the nutrition boxes found on packaging for human food. But the process has been slow. Pet food labels must follow guidance set by the Association of American Feed Control Officials and regulations from the Food and Drug Administration, and regulations takes time. Also, given the wealth of information required on a food label or package, it's difficult for pet food companies to include everything in easy-to-see places. Pet owners, therefore, should have a conversion chart handy and be sure to offer up the exact same quantity. Drawing line on a measuring cup will help at time. Meanwhile, attention must be paid to one pet food trend that has taken a cue from human grocery aisles: high premium, nutrient-dense fare.